Back in the city where the lights stay wild. Bass hit heavy, got a club on trial. Shorty too bad, got a dangerous smile. On the headline, maybe not just a stop. Pull up clean, no stress on me. Wrist on cold, neck like sea. Boys talk tough, but they fold on beat. I don't play fair, just play elite. Late night text like, where you at? Told her on the way, I move like that. No breaks, no cap, I'm built to last. She want one more round, I told her bet fast. No sleep till sunrise, ride with me. Lights down low, move silently. Girl, you got that fire, breathe. So don't let go, just ride with me. Hands on me like gravity. Let's get lost in ecstasy. Hands on me like gravity. Yeah, let's get lost in ecstasy. Champagne spill on a ball main tee. She a 10 in the face, got the soul I need. Talk sweet, but she don't play cheap. She a queen, but she move like street. We just vibing rooftop nights. Won't live when we take flight. Say she love that thrill, that fight. But I'm the storm, not the light. Hopped out looking like a young icon. Gold frames on with the diamonds on. Never need love when I'm dialed in. Shorty said you glow, yeah, I'm wild. No sleep till sunrise, ride with me. Lights down low, move silent. Girl, you got that fire, breathe. So don't let go, just vibe with me. Hands on me like gravity. Let's get lost in ecstasy. Hands on me like gravity. Let's get lost in ecstasy. Let's get lost in ecstasy. Let's get lost in ecstasy. You the type to get me caught up in a flame. No rules now, we just play the game. In the fast lane, switching through the rain. I'll be loud, calling out your name. Do the grind, give it, run, get it, fade, move, yeah, move, yeah. No sleep till sunrise, ride with me. Baby, move silent. Girl, you got that fire.
Tonight on Viral Vibes with Jocelyn. Hey, baby James, let me check this mic. Mic check, you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, you guys are not hearing that. So tonight on Viral Crimes with Jocelyn, we are breaking down the heartbreaking case of Timothy Ferguson, a 15-year-old boy from Michigan whose death exposed a disturbing pattern of abuse, starvation, isolation, and control inside the home of his mother, Shanda Vander Ark. So, how's everybody doing out there, you guys? Thank you guys for joining. Hey, James Trainum, 2976. Hey, thank you for joining the live. So this case is going to be heartbreaking, you guys. It's going to be a lot. We're going to uncover. We're going to talk about things that they don't even mention in the news. I promise you. This is not the live you want to miss. We will be walking through where Timothy came from when he was moved into Shanda's house, who was living in the house, what prosecutors said happened, what defense argued, Paul Ferguson's role, the verdict, the sentencing, and where the case stands now. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight on Viral Crimes with Jocelyn. We also have this. Let me just do the trigger warning right now. Get that out there. This live is for educational, commentary, and discussion purposes. We are speaking on public criminal cases, court proceedings, and news reports while keeping the focus on the victim and the warning signs that should never be ignored. So, welcome back to Viral Crimes with Jocelyn. Tonight, we're covering a case that is heavy, it's disturbing, and honestly hard to wrap your brain around. We are talking about Shanda Vander Ark and the death of her 15-year-old son, Timothy. This is not just a case about one bad day. This is a case about what prosecutors described as months of punishment, isolation. She wasn't feeding him. She was trying to control him. Certain words you guys are going to have to fill in the blank because I don't want to get copyrighted or have my channel striked for any reason. So mom was doing things to him over a period of time, causing him pain. We all know what that word is. Timothy was a child. He was disabled as well. He had needs, and instead of being his protector, She was not. So before we start, I need to give a serious trigger warning. This case involves underage um, people not being fed, hypothermia, restraints, and also deletion. We are not here to sensationalize Timothy's pain. We're here to understand what happened, talk about the warning signs, and talk about accountability, and keep Timothy's name from being forgotten. So, chat, as you come and type justice for Timothy, let me know where you're watching from, and please keep the comments respectful because we're talking about a underage person who deserves care, love, food, safety, and protection. So let's start watching some of this. We're going to start from the beginning. Body cam as they pulled up to um, this demon's house.
2022, the Norton Shores Police Department received a call to assist with a medical emergency. Upon reaching the scene, officers encountered Shanda Vander Ark, who reported that her teenage son was unresponsive. Emergency Medical Services, or EMS, was guided to the basement, where they assessed 15-year-old Timothy Ferguson. Unfortunately, Timothy's body had already begun to stiffen, and he exhibited no pulse. EMS declared Timothy deceased, establishing the time of death. The subsequent body cam footage captures the initial discussions between officers and Shanda, as well as her other son, Paul Ferguson.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Officer Stefanich. Right now, we got some people.
So let me start right here because, as I stated, Timothy was 15. He moved in his mother, Shanda Vander Ark's Michigan home in May of 2021 after living with his biological father in Oakland. By July 6, 2022, Timothy was gone. Prosecutors said he had been subjected to extreme punishment, ice baths, sleep deprivation, hot sauce punishment, and being forced to sleep in a small basement area space. Mom's older son, Paul Ferguson, was also accused of participating in this treatment. So let's keep going, you guys.
Coming over to talk to you, okay?
We got Queen Flo.
You have another son inside the house?
Thank you for joining live today.
Are they sleeping still right now?
One of them is, yeah. The 20-year-old's awake.
20?
No, the 20-year-old's awake.
Okay.
He's been wearing really loose clothes the last couple of weeks.
He's really skinny.
He's really skinny, and I didn't notice till this morning.
It amazed me, the theatrics, when she knows she did everything that she did to this child, and then coaxed her older son to participate in this punishment. The prosecution's theory was that this was not accidental neglect. Prosecution said they argued it was intentional, systemic, like I said, certain words I can't say, systemic punishment over time. So this child was put through pain for months. The defense argued that Shanda was overwhelmed, mentally unwell, did not intend to delete Timothy, and did not fully understand the harm being done. The jury convicted her.
He wouldn't, I asked him if he's okay, and he would not answer me. He's 15. He's been...
He has autism?
Yeah.
Like a high functioning?
Yeah. I had no clue how bad it was. Oh my God. Like I said, he did this back in, my husband's stroke was January 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So he did this back in, I don't know, second week of January for almost 3 weeks. And then he ate something last night. I can't remember what it was now, I'm sorry. Oh.
Where's your husband now?
He's down at his parents' house because he can't get in our house because of this drunk. He can't get up the stairs.
Oh.
And nobody's answering the phone at their house. Oh. How did it? Oh.
You can go back in the house if you want, but I can't. I gotta keep the basement secure. You can't go down there, okay?
I get it. I had no idea. I would have taken him in or something.
Now, you said the last time you saw him was 5:30 this morning?
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
You guys, she kept him in the basement. He had a small little area in the basement that he was not allowed to come out of. So he would be in there for hours in a day, unfed. She did not allow him to use the bathroom. And he had disabilities. You guys, if you're on the chat, please type Justice for Timothy. Let's keep Timothy's name alive, you guys.
He had fallen out of bed.
At 5:30?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't earlier?
I mean, it's possible. I thought it was 5:30, but I wasn't super awake. I heard a thump, and I came down, and he's kind of laying on his side, kind of like, what the heck? And I reached out, and he I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. And I reached out and he pulled himself up, and I asked him if he's okay, and I just asked if he hit his head. He said, no, I think I hit my knees on my chest. I think he couldn't tell me how he fell. Oh my god. No, I don't know what to do. Oh my god. He said it was okay. And then,
Do you have other family here in town?
well, in West Olive, but they're not answering.
Yeah.
My father-in-law's an attorney.
Best thing to do is surround yourself with family. Help you get, because right now you're going through it by yourself, and you get
I had
overwhelmed.
no idea. How could I have missed that? He's been wearing baggy. I mean, he was wearing a hoodie for crying out loud, and I just didn't. His face didn't look like that. What the heck?
Now, what's your first name, ma'am?
Shanda.
Now, she homeschooled Timothy. Timothy was going to school when he was living with his biological father. He moves in with this idiot, and now he's being homeschooled. It said, which matters because fewer outside people may have seen him regularly. It says, when a child is isolated, who is left to notice the warning signs? See, I often say, if anyone saw Timothy, whether it was the postman, the neighbor, her taking Timothy in the car, and no one said nothing, all those people should have charges against them. It's not possible that no one laid eyes on this child. There isn't. Someone saw it besides this mother, who we understand she was trying to hide him. She was. But come on, for a year, 12 months, no one. Okay, so the people who haven't seen him, you normally seeing Timothy when he was with his biological father. He's going over family members' houses, and now you realize that Timothy, where the hell is Timothy? And nobody said, let me tell you something. My one niece called me every day. You let her go 1 week without calling me, I'm on the next thing smoking to see what, and they don't answer the phone. Oh, I'm knocking on the door. I'm catching a flight.
SHANDA.
And what's your last name? Is it Ferguson also?
No, it's Vander Ark. VANDER space capital ARK. That's why I asked him to eat last night, because his face started looking a little thin. I'm like, okay, enough. And he wouldn't show. I'm like, let me see. Hold your shirt up. And he wouldn't hold his shirt up. He wouldn't do anything.
Did he get real skinny last time too?
Yes. The only reason I know is because my 7-year-old walked in on him accidentally when he was in the shower downstairs. And then my 7-year-old comes up and he's like, Mama, Timothy's really skinny. I was like, oh.
Was that this time or last time?
That was last time. That was like first week of February is when DC discovered that. And I told him he was either going to start eating multiple times a day, or I was taking him to the hospital, and he didn't want to go to the hospital. So he
ended up eating on his own.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so this last time, was it because your husband's wasn't home?
Well, he hasn't been home since January 3rd, but
Okay.
he had a grand mal seizure God, it's been 3 weeks ago now. And it was right after that. He actually mentioned he was hungry the day his dad and stepmom called to tell us they were divorced and moving to Florida last week.
Where do they live?
They lived in Oklahoma, but they moved to outside of Jacksonville, Florida, and they're not answering their phone either.
Okay. And that's his biological father?
Yeah.
Okay, I get the pressure, the daily pressures. But let me introduce Shanda Vander Ark. Let me tell you guys a little bit about her. She's not a young bird. She's 44 years old. She was in the legal field and had been working towards becoming an attorney, according to the trial coverage. Does someone's education or professional status change how people view them when they're accused of something like this? So what? She was in school to be a lawyer. Lawyers are lawyers for a reason. A person can look successful in the public and still be a horrible person. Her husband was reported as Adam. He had a stroke in January 2022, and he moved out of the home. Timothy lived there with Shanda, older brother Paul, and a younger child referred to as G. Okay, now let's get into when this started, according to a public record, okay? Because this is all from public record. This is all from the transcripts. It said it started on May 2021 when Timothy moved into Shanda's Michigan home. From May 2021 to July 2022, Timothy was in that home for roughly 1 year before his passing. Shanda's life became more difficult after Adam's stroke in January 2022. I get it. We all get stressed. Can stress ever cause you to do this, you guys? Chat, yes or no? We all, listen, go get some medication or something, but to do this, stress may explain her pressures, but it doesn't excuse what she did to her son. Let's keep going with this. And I'll go back into and tell you guys a little more about her.
Yeah, he moved up here with us last May because his dad couldn't handle him. And he's been great. I mean,
last May, like as in May of last year or this year?
Yeah, May of last year.
Okay.
May of last year.
And he goes to school and everything, he was?
I've been homeschooling him online because it's high functioning. He's just done better at it. I can show you his grade report online. I've got all it's online.
Okay. Is he doing okay?
He was
covering her
failing math, which is not unusual, but he's passing everything else.
What's his date of birth?
8/6/2006. I tried to check it in the last few days, and he just wouldn't let me anywhere near him. He didn't want a kiss, a hug, nothing.
Probably didn't want you to give him a hug, because then you could tell that
I would have known. I told him he was stumbling a little bit last night, but he's not the most coordinated kid in the world. And he said he was okay. And then he ate.
So what was the last time he ate, you think?
Last night. No, Gabriel, keep him. Oh my God, I should have made him eat. I just know. I feel like such a failure. You see there's food in the house. Oh my God.
Where does he sleep at? Right there in that room?
That lost bed.
Okay. So no.
It never ceases to amaze me how they can actually go through with all of this crying, this whining. You know what I mean? When you're literally down there just causing pain on this child every single day. And she's just crying for herself because she got caught.
There's another loft bed in.
And we'll talk about her sentencing as well.
Another
yeah, that's
room.
my 7-year-old, but he's been sleeping with me since the youngest is my husband's and mine. Mm-hmm. And he's been sleeping with me since his daddy had a stroke.
Okay.
Because he's scared. And I offered to let Timothy move in there but he wanted to stay in his bed. Oh my God. No. I should have made a beat. I should have done something. Can they really hide that from me like that?
They can hide a lot of things from
Oh
you.
my gosh.
What's your date of birth, ma'am?
3/13 of 79.
What's your phone number?
I'm sorry. Area code.
Okay. You can call. You can make some calls if you want again.
I'll try again in a minute. I'm sorry. I don't know what
No,
to do.
nothing I can say can help you through this. You know, it's the best thing is to do is just bring your loved ones in and just.
His baby brother doesn't know what's going on, and I'm gonna have to tell him eventually, but I don't want to yet. Oh my gosh.
Well, we have to investigate every death. So I can't let anybody go in the basement for now.
Okay.
A medical examiner's going to be coming here in a little bit.
I'm sorry, it's a little cluttered down there, but
You're fine.
I'm sure y'all have seen a lot worse.
Okay. You're probably going to get asked same questions multiple times, so I'm sorry for that.
It's fine. I just, like I said, I feel like I just missed something.
So if you want
How
to,
can he hide that from me? How can he do that? Oh. I work in White Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, that's a
love my
long
job.
way.
I'm law clerk to the circuit court judge up there. I love my job, but yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did this happen?
I can't
Pardon?
take this lady. I can't
Down there, right there in that room.
take her.
The bed up there.
Yeah.
You see the pillow and the blanket and stuff?
He sleeps on the top bunk?
Yeah, it's a loft. There's no bottom bunk.
Okay.
There's stuff underneath it.
Oh, it's like a desk on the underneath?
Yeah, well, yeah, the desk got broken, but there's boxes underneath it.
So you heard him fall.
Yeah.
That woke you up?
Yeah.
And you went down there and he was...
And I helped him up. I asked him if he wanted something to eat, because the first time I noticed anything on even his face was last night. And he said, no, I'm not hungry. I said, did you hit your head? And I checked his head to make sure he didn't have anything. I noticed he has some scratches on his face. I'm like, are you okay? No, I'm fine. And then I watched him get back up on his bed. And then I went back upstairs. And then I woke up and I went in.
The fact that this officer is literally humoring this woman, and where's the multiple cop cards? Where's everybody? Why is she not in handcuffs? Why are they not inside the house collecting evidence? What is going on here? I've seen kid fall off the bed and get a bruised arm, and the whole block is filled with officers. It be certain neighborhoods, certain people do not get what they deserve to get. They might even take her to go get a burger before she goes to jail. Let's keep going with this lady. She's really pissing me off.
I checked on him this morning when I was getting ready for work. So I went down there and I said something. I didn't see him wake up, and I shook him and didn't respond.
Was he on the bed when you came down there?
Yes.
And then you pulled him down and started CPR? Okay.
I called 911. My 20-year-old was getting up because I was going to drop him off at work early because his e-bike has a flat tire. Oh my gosh. I should have noticed this. I should have seen this. Oh my gosh.
All right. We have people coming to talk to you called victim services. They'll help you through
Thank you.
the grieving process because
Please. I feel... He's really good at...
This woman has not dropped one tear this entire time she been sitting there whining and hemming in the horn, but not one tear. If y'all saw a tear, y'all drop a 1 in the chat because I haven't seen a tear yet.
Hiding stuff. That's part of the reason his dad couldn't handle him is because he kept lying about stuff.
How old is he?
15.
15?
He'll be 16 in August.
Okay.
But his dad texted me last May and said, I can't handle him anymore. I have to send him to live with you. And I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely.
Why was that? What did he do that?
He said he was lying to him. He was destroying things.
Is he hard to deal with?
I don't think so, but I'm stricter than his dad. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that, I mean, he's the lying's been a problem. But nothing major.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
No. He's
all teenagers.
He's tripped down the stairs a couple of times, like just half the flight. And then later he came back to me, admitted he did it intentionally. But I've asked him, I'm like, you're trying to hurt yourself? He's like, no, I just wanted to see what would happen. That's the way, a lot of times, he wants to see what would happen if he does stuff. And, oh my gosh.
And I guess he's prescribed ADHD medicine, but he's not taking it.
Yeah, because he wasn't able to sleep with it. And he was doing really well, and he asked me if he could not take it, and I said, okay. And it was killing his appetite. That doesn't help. He quit taking it about the time of the first hunger strike because when he finally started eating and he was.
But he did eat last night, you said?
Yes. He had some toast with butter on it. That's what he had. That's all he wanted to eat. He said his stomach was a little upset. He didn't want to eat anything else. Oh my.
That doesn't happen overnight like this. This is something that went on for weeks.
Gosh. You want to go check on the other kids?
Yeah, you can do that for sure.
I know my 20-year-old's got my 7-year-old, but still.
Nope, that's...
Hey. Paul. You okay up here? I'm sorry it's fluttered, Joel. I'm sorry. Oh, God. I knew I should have made him eat, but he just... Did you notice it was covering up with these clothes?
Did you see this house? The lawyer, the legal person. Look, wait, we're gonna go back a little bit, y'all. We gotta see, then walk up the stairs, and I'm gonna put it on the big YouTube only.
But nothing major.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
No. He's
all teenagers.
He's tripped down the stairs a couple of times, like just half the flight. And then later he came back to me, admitted he did it intentionally. But I've asked him, I'm like, you're trying to hurt yourself? He's like, no, I just wanted to see what would happen. That's the way, a lot of times, he wants to see what would happen if he does stuff. And, oh my gosh.
And I guess he's prescribed ADHD medicine, but he's not taking it.
Yeah, because he wasn't able to sleep with it. And he was doing really well, and he asked me if he could not take it, and I said, okay. And it was killing his appetite. That doesn't help. He quit taking it about the time of the first hunger strike because when he finally started eating and he was.
But he did eat last night, you said?
Yes. He had some toast with butter on it. That's what he had. That's all he wanted to eat. He said his stomach was a little upset. He didn't want to eat anything else. Oh my gosh. You want to go check on the other kids?
Yeah, you can do that for sure.
I know my 20-year-old's got my 7-year-old, but still.
Nope, that's...
Hey. Paul. You okay up here? I'm sorry it's fluttered, Joel. I'm sorry. Oh, God. I knew I should have made him eat, but he just... Did you notice it was covering up with his clothing? You didn't notice, never mind. I love you, dear, but
keep forgetting. See, I got a new mic, you guys. I'm sorry. I got to get used to using it. It's all touch or whatever. But anyway, I'm learning. I'm getting it. But you know that she has a mental issue because she did not even think to clean her house before she dialed 911 or before she did what she did. She let them come in there. You know what? Listen, she might be a Karen, y'all. Let's keep going.
you never noticed it.
Do you have a picture of him before he started losing weight?
Yeah. See if I can find
You doing all right? Yeah, it's almost like you're in a daze. Like you don't know what's real and what's not. Hey, have you been talking to him at all recently?
I talked to him yesterday morning to get him up.
So now we have met Paul Ferguson. Paul Ferguson, let's talk about the big bro. Paul Ferguson was Timothy's older brother who lived in the house. Paul was accused of carrying out punishment and later pleaded guilty to first-degree child. Begins with an A, ends with USC, okay? Paul was not just a bystander. He participated in all of this. Mom got him to do everything. And I do mean everything. And we're going to get into that in the interrogation, okay? He testified against his mother and described doing what his mother instructed. You guys, when an older sibling follows a parent's order to use a younger child, how should the law view it? Now, the only reason why I'm saying in Paul's case, Paul was not a minor. Paul was, I get it. He was 18. In our eyes, that's still a child, and they still do what their parents do. But I don't know if I would have done it. So was Paul, I think, a victim of his mom as well due to her manipulation? Yes. So let's keep watching this to see how deep Paul got into the participation with his mama.
right basically when we started.
Okay, so how long?
Did you know that he was in this hunger strike?
I think did I tell you or not? I don't know if I did or not.
Because he's skin and bone.
I know, and it's just, how did he?
He's really.
Well, he doesn't communicate with him hardly at all. Like, they say hi and they don't. Yeah, he's.
Are you guys full brothers or half brothers?
They're full. The only half is the one that's in there.
Okay.
We are full.
Yeah.
I might as well get your name while I'm here. You're probably going to be asked this 1,000 times, but what's your first name, son?
Paul, P-A-U-L.
What's your middle name?
Byron, B-Y-R-O-N.
And last name?
Ferguson, F-E-R-G-U-S-O-N.
Nobody's answering the phone here.
What's your date of birth?
04, or
His dad's
10th of April, 2002.
Do you have your own phone number?
I recently got a new phone, so I wanted to look at my new number.
Hold on, I'll find it for you.
And when was the last time you talked to Tim?
Yesterday morning when I was getting him up.
No, yesterday afternoon before you left for work. Before I picked you up and took you to work because your e-bike tire was flat. You talked to him then.
I got off of work it
All right.
this morning.
Has he talked to you recently about his problems at all, or what he's dealing with?
No, he never said a word to me.
Did you guys have normal conversations?
I think the last time we did was before all of this happened. After that,
They
just kind of shut
literally,
himself.
because he works a lot and they.
Yeah.
And sometimes brothers will tell each other what
That's true.
they're not willing to tell their parents.
Why are they allowing mom to talk for this boy? Every time they ask him a question, she comes in there and she answers it. I know officers would say, listen, we need to separate these two. Why are they allowing this? Why are they taking this so lightly? Let me clarify this. Okay. At 1:10 to 1:25 on July 6, 2022, the cops responded to the home and Timothy was gone. Okay. Timothy weighed that day, mind you, he was 15 years old. Timothy weighed 69 pounds. Now, I know, children can be underweight. 69 pounds, you can start seeing the emaciation in their face. She had to see his neck. My thing is when a child is this small, look what happened. He got sick. And because he doesn't have the weight to sustain him losing 5 or 10 pounds, he passed. So the fact that the mother, the lawyer to be with this nasty house, didn't realize that her child was not in a healthy state. I just did a case the other day where the young man, I think he was like 110 pounds at I think it was 17, ended up getting the vid and lost all this weight, ended up passing because he had no body weight to give. Come on now, this is they need to wrap this case up. I don't know why this case took so long and why these officers stayed there so long. I know they got to do their job.
Parents.
They went on hunger strike. I mean, assuming it's.
He didn't even know anything about it, he said, so.
Following their conversation with Shanda, officers turned their attention to the EMS crew that initially responded. A medic raised concerns about several peculiar observations. Notably, a webcam was discovered seemingly active, directed at Timothy's bed. Handcuffs were found in an open drawer, and Timothy's physical condition raised red flags. Being malnourished, with unusually small wrists and waist. Further examination revealed a skeletal appearance on his chest and back, accompanied by visible bruises. These unsettling details triggered suspicion among the officers. Seeking clarity, they requested Shanda's consent to search the home, but she declined.
Actual video.
Subsequently, detectives secured search warrants.
Also, he had some muscle. Hold on. He had muscle wasting. He had he was hypothermia. He was malnourished. He had a very low BMI. It says that the family, school, medical care, neighbors, child welfare, law enforcement, community, no one saw him. Okay, we're gonna get into the interrogation of this case. Now we're on the scene. Shanda cry. We know Adam had a stroke. Adam was moved out the house. Shanda got depressed because she couldn't take care of him. Timothy and Paul are full brothers, and then she had another child outside of them two.
Approximately, we were hoping that we could get enough where he would be safe, and then we could continue to add it back to where we wouldn't have to worry, and we could.
What were the restrictions?
We made sure that it was still something that gave him enough calories and everything. It was rice or bread, and like I said last week, he got pizza.
Okay. What were they in place for, like in the first place?
Sneaking food over and over and over. Okay. We've tried everything. We were nice. We tried different consequences, but he just.
If you can actually count what your child ate, I don't even know. I know they ate. I don't know what we ate yesterday. What did we eat yesterday? But I do know they ate. Come on now.
I couldn't never listen.
What were some of the other types of consequences? Like prior to, like, are we talking like?
We did take away his devices.
Okay.
Because that was also because he wouldn't stay on his school sites and just go and try and play games or watch YouTube.
Okay.
But the thing is, he should have been held back so much.
Yeah.
But he passed all of his final exams. So I don't think it was my stepmother.
He's actually really thin too, you guys. Y'all notice that? Let's blow this up.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
But I believe it was my father's doing.
Okay. Helping him pass exams. Was it all online school?
No, back in Oklahoma, he went to public. The thing is, he never really did any of the other work, but when it came to final exams, he had everything he needed to know. So they let him move to the next grade, which was just...
Right. So, you guys lived together back in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
What was life like back there?
Hectic.
Okay.
My step nieces, my stepmother's grandchildren lived with us.
Okay.
Because of stuff that was going on between their mother and their father. My stepmother had custody.
Yeah.
And we had, at that point, we were living in a 4-bedroom with 8 people in the house.
Jeez.
Yeah. And...
Did you share a room with him then?
Yes, and it absolutely smelled. Because even then, even when the bathroom was literally just a couple feet away, he wouldn't get up and go.
Okay. And what is that? You kind of told me about it yesterday, but you said there was some sort of problem that he had that caused that, or?
Yeah.
You
I mean, I don't
know it.
honestly know. That's what I've assumed.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure it's been basically his whole life that this has been happening. And it's not just that. He's urinated in places back in Oklahoma, in his closet, dressers, everything.
Okay. He's, what type of, like, disorders does he have that you're aware of?
I know he has ADHD. I believe he has sensory processing.
Okay.
I was never there for any sort of autism spectrum.
Okay, you guys. Let's break down some more of this case. We're going to break down a little more of this case. So the prosecution's argument was that Timothy was I'm trying to come up with a word. Begin with a T, you guys. Not accidentally neglected. Because when an adult can see that there's an issue and we do nothing to try to fix the condition, it becomes the word that begins with a T. Shanda was overwhelmed. The defense argument was Shanda was overwhelmed and did not intend to delete Timothy. Intent mattered because she was facing first-degree murder. Okay? Do you guys think intent is shown by words, action, or the repeated pattern? The fact that it happened over a year, I believe that's intent. Shanda locked food. She had surveillance cameras. There was punishments when he did attempt to get food. And Timothy's condition declined. Okay? All right, let's go. Let's get back into this.
She put it all on you. She said that was your idea and that those were yours and that you did those things. But I think that's not the truth from what I read on here. What's the real truth on that?
We would have him against the wall at some points and he would try to move. And at one point we'd actually put motion sensors on him to stop that. But
On him himself?
Yeah, like they were they would sense any sort of vibrations. Yeah. But the thing is that he'd learned to trick them by moving so slow. Or they'd be on his door and they'd be moving so slow.
but it wouldn't set it off, so you get away with stuff.
Okay.
So
You're saying standing still, was that like a punishment that he was forced to stand
on the
still?
wall, yeah, against the wall, he was
Was that regular that he had to do that? Like how often was he having to stand against the wall?
Since 2 weeks ago, it wasn't very often.
Okay. Just because he couldn't physically stand against the wall anymore?
No, it was, I guess that it just didn't work, because if he wouldn't set it off when he was against the wall, he would then, like, it'd be on a belt around him. He'd stuff it in his pocket and he'd just sit down on the ground or lay down and stay like that.
So he was punished by trying to make him stand, but then he would lay down. Did you guys ever wake him up on purpose because he wasn't supposed to be sleeping?
Yeah, and we also know one thing about him was that if he slept during the day, he was going to be up all night.
Okay. So you wouldn't let him sleep during the day, essentially?
If he wanted maybe an hour long or 2 hour nap, we would, but anything longer, we knew that it would start screwing with his actual sleeping.
So who's monitoring this all the time? Like, who's making sure he's not sleeping during the day? Who's making sure he stands against the wall?
When my mother was at work, she'd have me log in before she'd leave. I'd come upstairs and go back to sleep on the couch. I'd set an alarm normally for 10:30 to 11:30 so that I could wake up and be up to keep things going around the house, keep everything in order.
Okay.
So she never did any of this to be.
What you guys think? What y'all think? Y'all think that Timothy played his part, or was it manipulation? Because Timothy ain't looking too healthy his darn self. Look at his arms. Look at the bones protruding out. This is not cute. This is a sickness. It's an illness. He's not getting enough nutrition to stimulate his mind, to, make sure he has enough energy, and this mother had to see these things. Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
Listen, I'm in no way questioning whether your mom cared or any of those things. I'm not. But the reality is we just have to talk about how we got to this point and how these decisions were made. So I don't want you to think that.
We also did stop the leg cuffs, I think, a while ago, because we noticed that his ankles were swelling. So we stopped that because we didn't want his legs to become irreparable.
How often were you guys putting leg cuffs on him before that? Was that something like at night to stop him from moving around, or what was it for?
I think we did it once or so. Once, maybe twice at night. One time. I don't know. I'm so lost. I just don't know what to do.
What about handcuffs or zip ties? What did you guys use those for?
The zip ties were either to fasten the vibrational arms to his belt during the day.
Yeah.
Or to put it on his wrist, not too tight and I would make sure, after the first time we did it, I would make sure to cut off the end of the zip ties because I had them loose. And then he decided to tighten them to where they were nearly cutting off circulation.
Yeah.
So after that point, I myself, when I was told to put him in the zip ties, I'd grab a pair of scissors and snip off the ends to make sure that he couldn't tighten it to where it was cutting anything off.
Were you guys ever zip tying his hands together?
His hands? I think we did.
That's intent, you guys. She intentionally teased this child. She neglected him of food. She kept him in a cold basement on a concrete floor. She did shock on him. This was a well thought out plan. And her time in jail should be well thought out, you fellow prisoners of hers.
Once when we had a of them that could, the zip cuffs.
Okay.
But again, I cut those off to make sure that he wouldn't tighten them, yeah, because...
What was that for? Why would you use those on him?
Normally we have him do this. It was something that I'm not sure if it was my father or my mother back when they were together, but when we were put in timeout, we'd be told to do this. And so sometimes though he'd try and do stuff like this, or just try and put his hands down or down by his side. So we do that to keep them.
Okay. Yeah. How long do you think that goes on for?
I think the zip ties, cuffs, probably when we first used them, it was when I would leave, when I would get ready to leave for work, I'd put them on, do the whole snipping, and then when Mom would get home, she'd grab the scissors and cut them off immediately.
Yeah. How long are we talking? Is this for a couple hours, 8 hours, 10 hours?
Normally the maximum was 3.
Okay.
Because when I worked normally at that point, I think I was only working evening and closing shifts. Yeah. It would be 4:30 or 4 o'clock that I'd need to be there. So in order to get there, I would have to leave an hour before to actually make it on time.
Right.
And we'd put the vibration alarms on there, but then again, we stopped that after the zip ties, because with the chains, or the chain parts of the cuffs, I think they would rattle to where if you tried to move, it would still set them off, even with the whole slowness.
Yeah. Tell me about the night before. I know that you said you got home at 2.
Yeah.
Let's talk about kind of what really happened that night, because I know that
I did take my meds. He was in his room. I didn't think to check. I should have, though. I should have made sure he was at least okay, that he was breathing. He could have been gone by the time I had already gotten home.
Right. So when you first talked to us and you talked to the police, you said he was on his bunk bed, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the truth.
No.
Okay. He was in that closet that's right there by the bunk bed?
Yeah.
Okay. And then your mom had texted you that earlier in the night, or how did you know that he was in there?
I guess at that point it was just something I would already know, because I have a slight problem. It's not like a problem, just a small sort of OCD with the light switches.
Okay.
So when the officers got to the house, he was in the closet. This knucklehead told the officers that he had left. He wasn't even home. But he was, you guys. He was there.
I saw a whole bunch of fake. You know what my job is to see? Fake. You know what I saw a whole bunch of? Fake. Because at the end of the day, your brother gone, that's a problem for her that's gone. She never was trying to solve this problem. She was never trying to make him into this perfect person, because she's smart enough to know that isn't going to happen. He's never going to be you. He's never going to be Gabriel, because he has too many problems. He's not going to be that. She's smart enough to know that. That's how we ended up here. The smartest woman in the room took advantage of you. And she asked you to do these things over and over and over again. And this is the woman you're sitting here saying she cares so much. Does she really, though? She asked you to handcuff your brother, pour hot sauce in his mouth. She asked you to pour hot sauce on his penis. Your mother asked you to do those things because she cares so much. She puts you in that spot. And now you're right in the middle of an investigation in which your brother died. And this is criminal. This is a crime. Did your brother deserve to die?
Oh my God.
Should he be dead right now?
No.
Is he dead by the choices of others?
Yeah.
Who made those choices? Who made the choices for him to be dead right now? Did you make some of those choices?
No.
Who made those choices?
Mama?
Yeah. She did, didn't she? That's what's real. That's what's real. Now, did you do some of the things she asked you to do?
Yes.
Absolutely you did.
Because I thought
And does that put
you knew what was best.
Does that put you in the wrong? Doing those things?
Does it?
It does. It puts you in the wrong. It does. But you thought you knew what was best. You just said, I heard you say it.
I thought she knew it. I thought maybe it would something somewhere would change.
Because she's smart, right? And she knows what she's talking about. And she loves you, all of you. And she cares all about all of you.
You're guilty,
When you
Timothy.
really step back and you look at yourself and Gabriel and Timothy, were all three of you treated the same?
No.
Was one of you treated like, who really cares? Who really cares? Punish him, punish him, punish him, punish him. Ice bath, hot sauce, handcuffs, closet. He lived in a closet. You said he spent most of his day in a closet, peeing on himself, pooping on himself, eating only bread. Sometimes only with hot sauce on it. It's the hottest hot sauce you can get your hands on. That's life. He's probably relieved that he's dead. He's probably relieved because that's torture. He was tortured by you guys for months. Tortured. Why? Because he was different than you guys? Because he couldn't follow directions? Because he couldn't follow your mom's rules? Is that why? He stole food? Is it that big of a deal? Is food worth killing somebody over? No. That's what happened here. Over stealing food and not following rules. You said that your dad's very controlling. You know who was also very controlling? Your mom's controlling you without you even knowing it. That's narcissistic. Your mom controlled you and you had no idea. You thought all this stuff you were doing was for your brother. This is going to be better for my brother. This is what's best for my brother. Those are the things you came in here saying. Is that real?
I don't know what is or isn't anymore.
Talk about it.
Doesn't seem real to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem real to me at all. Did you ever hit your brother?
I did.
Yeah.
But every time I would come back, I would apologize. The bruises on him were not me. I know that much. If it was anywhere, it was here. And never, there was a spot here, but that was from when he was a child. I'm not sure which parent it was, in his crib. He was laid there while his head was still fresh.
Okay.
And so that scar on the back of his head
That's an old scar.
very, basically birth.
When was the last time you hit him?
Probably the fifth when I was trying to see if he would respond.
Okay. And where was that at?
He was, I think, in the tub.
But where did you hit him at? On the side of his face?
Yeah.
Did you ever smack him or what kind of hits?
It was sometimes this, and I think once or twice it wasn't like full force, but it was like to try to see if he would respond.
Did you ever punch him in the head?
No.
Because there's some evidence that somebody hit him in the head pretty hard.
Where? Is his skull? Because I know that I would never try to actually injure him at those points.
What really happened? How did he get that injury in his head? Did you hit him once a little harder than you maybe wanted to? It's okay, man.
Yeah, I remember I kept trying to pick him up after I'd gotten him out of the closet, and I think at one point he actually scratched where I pulled away, and he fell, and I think it happened several times, like he was trying to get out of my reach.
Yeah. When was kind of the last time you really hit his high part or something?
I think I was trying to get him into the bath for the ice bath thing. Yeah, he sort of. I thought he squirmed, but maybe.
Look at the size of this kid's arm.
No, but he slipped out of my hand and hit his head on the ground. But
what part of his head did he hit?
Was it the sides? I don't the exact region because by the time I heard the thud, I was literally about to turn around because I had to stop for a moment to fucking breathe. I was frustrated. I was.
Listen, let me tell you.
I never wanted any of that.
Okay. But the injury to his head, that's not what killed him, okay?
Okay.
But what killed him was not eating.
He's starved.
But when we talk about this injury to his head, I just need to know the truth of what really happened. Because what you're telling me doesn't make a lot of sense. What really happened to his head? The medical people, there's a medical examiner telling you that isn't what caused it, but that was there. They just noted that. So I'm just curious what really happened.
I don't know.
Was there like a hard punch or something?
I can't imagine. I know how I feel when I go 6 hours without eating. I get hangry. So I don't think this little boy decided not to eat on his own. He was forced not to eat.
You're mad at him?
If I ever was smacking over the head, it was with an open palm. I never closed my fist.
Maybe like on this one day when you went?
No.
There's never one time when you hit him in the head?
No.
With a fist?
I would long to, but I would.
Can I hear nothing?
I would walk away because I knew that if I did something like that, I would not only regret it, but if I knew that if something like this had happened, and I had never even been able to apologize.
Right. So where did he hit his head at? You gotta remember. You said it was just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Where did he hit his head at?
I think each time, I'm not sure. I know at one point, I think once it was on the side, another time it was the other side. I'm not sure if there was any in the back, but because
where do you hit his head? Like
normally it was right here for me.
Okay.
Just either side a little.
Remember the time you were so mad that maybe you lost a little bit and hit him harder than that because this is a serious injury.
I wouldn't hurt him. Not like that. No, not even if it was
on purpose.
I wouldn't. If it was accidental that it happened, I don't think I would have even realized at this point until someone had probably told me.
Did you ever see your mom hit him?
No. She never raised a hand to him that I know of.
Okay. Did she ever ask you to punish him physically?
The fact that he keeps saying he would not hurt him, and he did. You know what? Let's talk about the sentencing phase of this before this video ends. So, sentencing date was January 23rd. He was mom was sentenced life without parole plus 50 to 100 years for the child A use. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. The judge described it as the T word. Was life without parole the correct sentence, you guys? I don't think so. I think that this lady and her son should have got the same torture that poor Timothy did. Okay? Shanda later sought a new trial, but the judge denied it, as he should have.
I'll bring you back here. I'll tell you everything that's going on. Or what I've been instructed. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, you're going to be charged with child abuse right now. I believe it's the first or second degree. So it is a felony. So you won't be able to get out of jail until you see the judge. Until all the warrant paperwork's down there, okay? Which will probably be tomorrow. All right.
Sorry.
No, I'm the bearer of bad news right now. You know? Yeah, it's been a bad couple days.
Past 6 months. I've had a stroke.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you're all right. I do have to handcuff you, but I'll do it in the front.
If my blood sugar crashes, I need that.
Are you diabetic?
I'm reactive hypoglycemic.
Okay. Do you take medication for that?
No. I have a service dog normally, but I didn't bring him.
Yeah.
For good reason.
All right. I can let you have that all the way up until the jail. But the jail won't let you bring in any kind of food or nothing. So if you want to drink it, you can.
What are we seeing here? Is this? I think this officer likes her. This sounds like the same knucklehead that was in the house for freaking 3 hours with her and listening to her not shed a tear. What is going on, you guys?
No, he's drinking now.
Just worried I will keep it.
All right.
I haven't been able to keep anything down.
Oh.
The last couple days.
I know I am. Puking then if you're going to try to drink it.
I can try. We'll see. I don't know.
All right. So I got plenty of handcuffs on you. I'm going to do it in the front because I know you're not going to give me any problems. But we're going to have to go down there.
Strength.
Pardon?
I don't have the strength to do anything. I wouldn't anyway. Did y'all lose an officer?
But I have to cuff you down.
Did y'all lose somebody?
Yes, a Detroit officer was killed yesterday.
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
God have
I
mercy.
need. I want to see if there's a girl here to check your pockets. You're right. Let's come over here and sit down. Relax for a second, because like I said, I'm the bearer of bad news. I know. Just have a seat for a second. Relax.
Oh,
Once
you really want to
Shanda
check
was
her
in
pockets?
custody, officers
wanna get
executed
a feel.
another search warrant on the Vander Ark home, revealing disturbing items such as zip ties, Elijah's extreme regret hot sauce, soiled adult diapers, and various alarm and camera systems. 2 days after Timothy's death, an autopsy painted a harrowing picture. At 5 feet 9 inches tall, he weighed a mere 69 pounds, with bones protruding from his skin and contusions and sores scattered across his body. Dark spots on internal organs hinted at hypothermia. Armed with the forensic report, officers, in consultation with the prosecutor's office, charged Shanda with homicide and first-degree child abuse. Simultaneously, her son Paul faced charges of first-degree child abuse. As officers built their case, interviews with Shanda's acquaintances painted a troubling portrait. A coworker revealed Shanda's neglect of work responsibilities, focusing instead on monitoring her children through a home surveillance system. Reports from Shanda's law school classmate described her as mean and a bully, while a family member of Paul's characterized him as a relentless tormentor of Timothy, seemingly without coercion. In December 2023, Shanda took the stand in her own trial. Shown images of her emaciated son, she promptly vomited during the televised proceedings. As part of a plea deal, Paul testified against his mother, contributing to her guilty verdict of first-degree murder and child abuse, carrying a mandatory life sentence without parole. Meanwhile, Paul pleaded guilty to first-degree child abuse, awaiting his sentence on January 29, 2024. It's challenging to find words strong enough to express our disgust for Shanda. And to be blunt, the words we'd use would violate YouTube's guidelines. Interrogation Files has procured a living tribute dedicated to Timothy, allowing his memory to persist. In life's lonely tapestry, a figure unknown, devoid of parental love, yet not alone. In death, embraced by humanity.
Listen, you guys, this was a horrific case. So this is just a call to action. If you suspect abuse or neglect, say something. Do not assume someone else will. So please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification. Thank you all for holding space for Timothy tonight. Don't meet us there, beat us there. And remember, when children cannot speak for themselves, someone has to be brave enough to speak up, you guys. So at what point does discipline becomes a use? Just think about it. When do we say enough is enough and we're not going to watch this continue? So before we go, I like to end with a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we lift up every victim and every family affected by this heartbreaking case. Cover them with peace, strength, and comfort. Lord, bless the viral crimes with Jocelyn Channel, our followers, and everyone who joins this community. Let this platform be used for truth, awareness, and justice, Father God. Protect every child, every family, and every person suffering in silence. Give us wisdom, courage, and a heart to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Rest in peace to the victims. Thank you all for watching, and don't meet us there. Next time, beat us there.